Okay, awesome. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Katie, and I want to thank you guys for joining us. So today's plan, we're going to kind of go over that. So Microsoft believes that accessibility and inclusion are essential to delivering on our mission to empower everyone everywhere. So today we're going to explore accessibility tools of Windows 10 and Microsoft 365. So you'll have an opportunity to try out the features that interest you most yourselves, and we'll wrap up with an overview of some useful resources. So at Microsoft, our mission is to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. As an expression of that commitment, our products and services are designed for people of all abilities. So I want to play this video for you guys, and it kind of speaks to that.
Hey Katie, if you're playing the video, we can't hear any audio.
Oh, you can't hear it?
No.
Okay, let me reshare and then I can. Were you able to hear that time?
I still don't hear anything.
Okay, let me. I apologize. My computer is acting kind of weird. Okay, we should be good now.
This is the greatest time in human history to be blind.
Education is all about communication. So you have to level the communication field and then the learning occurs.
Today, I'm going to show you how to set up iControl, an application in Windows that allows you to control a mouse, keyboard, and text-to-speech experience using only your eyes.
It was great. Tell me all the different shops as I passed, which was lovely. And the different street names as well. Quite often I don't know which street's which.
Approaching intersection. Battery goes right.
It's an example of Microsoft taking a leap forward using some of our research and our ability to innovate.
I found the trash can.
Artificial intelligence is beginning to have an impact on the lives of people with disabilities, but it's only going to grow. There is still so much out there to be done.
By having people with disabilities in the fabric of our company, we're going to be building those services, websites, anything that we do will work across the spectrum of being human.
I feel like I get to have a pretty significant impact on Microsoft.
We created the Xbox Adaptive Controller so everyone can game in a way that works for them and allow people to play together.
The capacity to access technology opens up incredible doors.
So before we start exploring specific tools and features, let me give you guys a brief introduction to Microsoft 365 and Windows 10. So Microsoft 365 is a cloud-based subscription service that brings together best-in-class apps like Excel and Outlook with powerful cloud services like OneDrive and Microsoft Teams. So this means that you can create and share anywhere on any device. You also get new features when updates are released, and accessibility is built in with features like the Accessibility Checker, which empowers diverse teams to collaborate inclusively. Windows 10 has tools to help you save time and do more, like Windows Ink technology and Cortana, your digital personal assistant. So it is designed to bring meaningful innovation to all people, whether you have a disability, a personal preference, or a unique work style. So today we're going to talk about accessibility tools in Microsoft 365 and Windows 10 for vision, hearing, mobility, and cognition. So we are going to start with vision. So Microsoft 365 and Windows 10 have built-in accessibility tools for people who are blind, colorblind, or have low vision. Microsoft 365 applications work seamlessly with assistive technologies such as screen readers and keyboards on most devices. And step-by-step guidance is available per application to help you get started. Tell Me lets you quickly access commands in several Microsoft 365 applications without navigating the command ribbon. So you can use Tell Me to assist with formatting, discover the difficult to find capabilities, and even get help in Microsoft 365 using everyday language. Microsoft 365 offers a mail tip in Outlook on the web to inform coworkers of your preference for accessible content. So this prompt reminds them to run Accessibility Checker before sending an email to you and fix any issues that might make the content difficult for people with disabilities to consume. Office Lens helps you transform text on a printed page into digital content that can be read aloud to empower you to get an image of exactly what you're trying to capture. Office Lens is on iOS and can tell you to move back to the right or in other directions to get the full page in the frame. So I'm going to play 2 quick videos for you guys, and this is going to give you a better understanding. So let me. Are you able to see this screen, Estrella?
I am still viewing the vision slide.
Okay, let me try and.
Hey Katie, we don't have sound again.
No sound?
Yes, I don't hear no sound.
Okay. I apologize for my
My mom always told me when I was going through issues in school that I was blazing the trail for other students in the future. Technology doesn't just make things easier for people with disabilities, it makes things possible. My second semester of my freshman year of high school, I received permission to bring a laptop to school, and it was amazing to see my grades go up. It's amazing to be able to feel included in the classroom. I'm a junior here at George Mason University in Fairfax, Virginia, and I am doing information technology. I want to invent things for people with disabilities. I created a blog called Veronica Before Eyes because I realized there are so many more students out there with low vision, and I'd love to be able to share my experiences with them. I use various Microsoft Office 365 applications in my day-to-day life. I have a magnifier and large text enabled on my computer. I started using Microsoft Sway when it first came out. One of the best things about Sway is it's compatible with screen readers, and it also can do alt text beautifully. Every presentation that I've created with Sway has gotten 100%. I use Microsoft OneNote to take notes in class, and I'm often using the feature where you can take a picture of the whiteboard or blackboard and have it scale perfectly. One of the cool things about Word is that there is a built-in accessibility checker, so you can determine whether documents are accessible or not. I've introduced that function to a lot of my professors when creating accessible materials and showing, hey, it only takes less than a minute to make a document accessible. Why wouldn't you do it?
My daughter recently had a very serious medical condition. This was a very scary time. Gabby had a seizure, which she's never had before, and within 15 minutes, we found ourselves at the hospital. We had lots of information coming at us from many different directions. As a blind person, I needed to have access to information only available to me in print. We had my wife at the hospital with my daughter. I was traveling back and forth on a daily basis. Both of us needed to be able to access all of the information at all times from different devices. Fortunately, in my case, I use Office 365 both personally and professionally. I was able to quickly use my phone's camera to scan information available in print.
Ready, double tap to capture. Capture.
So if a doctor handed me printed articles, I was immediately able, using Office Lens, to add that information to my ever-growing OneNote notebook. I was able to focus on my daughter. I was able to make sure I had all the information I needed. The good news is Gabby's doing very well. She's thriving. She's back in high school. I couldn't be happier about what OneNote has enabled me to be able to accomplish. And I think that by making it accessible and by making it usable by all, what Microsoft has done is opened up limitless possibilities to people.
I have a computer without a screen, and that's intentional.
Okay, let me see if I can get this. I apologize for this, guys. Okay. Okay, so there are a number of ways that you can personalize how you interact with your device via the Windows 10 Ease of Access menu. So you can resize icons, adjust text size and color, customize the mouse cursor, and more. Our display and vision settings make it easy to personalize your viewing experience. The screen reading app Narrator offers simplified navigation and intelligent image description, making it easy to explore a page without missing a thing on the screen. You can also boost contrast or get rid of color entirely, whether you have color blindness, light sensitivity, or a visual preference. With color filters, you can customize your screen's color palette. And then enlarge words and images with magnifier, and with the customized settings, you can use it on all or part of the screen, whatever way suits you best. So for each of those that I spoke about, we have a video to watch, and they're actually very informative. So I'm going to play these for you now.
I have a computer without a screen, and that's intentional. I want people to understand you can use the computer and navigate just with the screen reader and your keyboard. I am Director of Technology at Louisiana Center for the Blind. We provide blind youth and adults the skills and philosophy they need to be successful, independent blind people. I chose Office 365 because it's the best that's out there. I can now open up Excel or PowerPoint or Word, and I can produce content that someone across the world would look at and never know a blind person had a role in that production. Tell Me is great. That's one of the features that I tell my students about fairly early on. Alt-Q, type in what I want, and off we go.
Did some research last year about how people's empowerment levels are affected by portrayals of men and women in the media. I used one of the templates that was provided in PowerPoint. It was really cool and empowering for me to create my own poster and do it independently.
It's about helping the student understand what's possible. That's what keeps me coming back to work every day.
Okay, this next video is going to be about display settings via the ease of access menu.
The Ease of Access Center is the hub for personalizing your device. Choose the Windows icon, then the Settings menu. The Ease of Access Center is located here. You can personalize your display with the ability to change the size of your apps and text. The brightness scale can be adjusted here. You can change the cursor and pointer size to best fit your individual needs. You can use the magnifier to zoom in on parts of your display. It can run in full screen, docked where only part of the screen is magnified, or as a lens that follows your mouse pointer. It is easy to change the magnification and settings when it is turned on. Color filters change the color palette on the screen, helping to distinguish between things that differ only by color. High contrast will make text and apps easier to see by using more distinct color. Narrator reads the text on the screen aloud, so the PC can be used with or without a display. Narrator has multiple options to customize the experience, so you can hear and interact with your device exactly how you would like. These are a few ways that the Ease of Access Center will help you create an experience that is tailored to your needs.
Hi, I'm Jason Greaves at Microsoft, and I'm here to tell you about some updates we've made to Windows Magnifier. Magnifier makes part or all of your screen bigger so you can see words and images better. You can enable Magnifier at any time by pressing the Windows key and the plus sign. Once it's on, you can either press the Windows key and plus sign to increase the zoom, or press Control and Alt and rotate the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Press the Windows key and Escape to turn it off. The default zoom level is set at 100%, but you can also change the zoom level increments to set the perfect zoom level for you. To change the default settings in Magnifier, press the Windows key, type Magnifier Settings, and press Enter. From here, you can change the default zoom increment from 100% to smaller zoom increments or larger. In the magnifier settings menu, there's now an option to keep the mouse cursor centered on the screen. When this feature is enabled, the mouse cursor is docked in the middle of your screen, and it only moves out of the middle when you tell it to do so. Using this feature makes it easier to stay focused and not get distracted with the mouse moving all over the screen. It's also great if you have peripheral vision loss, because you don't have to move your head to find the mouse pointer. Text and images now look a lot smoother in Magnifier too. In earlier versions of Windows, text would get pixelated. Now Magnifier can smooth things out without surf the web, turn on keyboard focus. When you tab through a web page, Magnifier will stay focused on wherever the keyboard focus goes. We're excited to share these new features, and we hope they make Windows easier to see for everyone. Thanks for watching. To learn more, visit Microsoft.com/accessibility.
So I hope that gave you guys kind of like a overview of what each of these will do, and these are all available on Windows 10. So if you currently are using Windows 10, you can go to the Ease of Access Center and turn on things that you just saw, like color filters and magnifier. We even have narrator, which did I play the video for that? I don't believe I did, so I'm going to play this really quickly because narrator is a really great tool as well.
Microsoft Narrator at a glance. Hi, I'm Mariah Moon, and I work on the Narrator team. I want to tell you about Narrator, the free screen reader in Windows. We've made it easier for you to learn how to use. To start Narrator, press Control, Windows, Enter, and our new Quick Start Guide will launch automatically. This guide is a safe place to practice as much as you want. There are many keys you can use with Narrator, so we've built a feature called Input Learning to tell you what keys you're pressing. Listen to what happens when I press these two keys.
Caps Lock 1. Input Learning on.
Using the Quick Start Guide, we're going to learn the most common keyboard commands to use with Narrator. You will also learn about navigation. Scan mode lets you quickly get to the part of the page you're interested in. I'm going to press the H key, which tells Narrator to go to the first heading.
This is a heading level 1, which is often used for page titles.
Learning how to edit and type text with Narrator can take practice, so we've added a tutorial about using text boxes.
H, E, L, L, O.
We put 4 controls in the Quick Start Guide that you will often encounter in Windows. I'm going to practice with a control called a combo box. Let me try opening it.
Choose a continent, 1 of 8, selected, Africa, 2 of 8, non-selected.
Websites are often complicated, so we created a sample web page in the guide. You can practice as much as you like on this page without needing to worry about affecting your computer. The Quick Start website is called More Vegetables Please. Here's an example of something you might hear on the site.
More vegetables please, better veggies. Better living. Image, more veggies please logo.
After you finish the Quick Start Guide, we've put together even more training information in an easy-to-use online user guide. Thanks for watching. We can't wait for you to try out the new and improved Narrator. To learn more, visit aka.ms/narrator guide.
Okay, so next we're going to move on to hearing. Windows and Office have built-in accessibility tools for people who are hard of hearing, have hearing loss, or have deafness. Display auto-generated subtitles on a presentation in any of 60+ supported languages with the presentation translator add-in for PowerPoint for PCs. Additionally, you can let each audience member follow along with captions displayed in their chosen language on any device with Microsoft Translator. You can create multimedia presentations that are engaging and accessible with Microsoft 365 applications, such as PowerPoint and Sway, that enable you to add captions for embedded videos. and you can share videos securely across your organization in an accessible format with Microsoft Stream. Check the option to have closed captions and searchable transcripts in English and Spanish auto-generated while uploading videos. So I'm going to play this video for you guys quickly.
With Presentation Translator, a Microsoft Garage project, you can display translated subtitles in real time. As you speak, the add-in allows you to display subtitles directly on your PowerPoint presentation in any one of more than 60 supported text languages. Additionally, up to 500 audience members in the room can follow along with the presentation in their own language and on their own phone, tablet, or computer. Let me show you how. First off, let's make sure you have a working microphone connected to your PC, PowerPoint for Windows, and of course, an internet connection. You can find the add-in on the Microsoft Garage site at www.aka.ms/Presentation Translator. Make sure you do not have any Office apps open while it installs. Now that we've installed the add-in, open your PowerPoint presentation. Go to the slideshow ribbon and click on Start Subtitles. Select the language you'll be speaking, the language you want to show on-screen subtitles in, and the appropriate microphone source. Select Personalized Speech Recognition if you want Presentation Translator to learn from the content on your slides for better subtitling. This will help when you're presenting specialized content, such as technical terms, acronyms, or product and place names. If you click on Additional Settings, you'll see the default name Presenter, options for where subtitles can be displayed, and an option to add instructional slide. Click Next. During this process, Presentation Translator will begin learning your content and create custom speech models for your presentation. After this process is complete, click Save and Start Subtitles to begin your presentation. The first slide on your PowerPoint will contain a unique QR or conversation code to share with audience members so they can follow along in the language of their choice on their phone, tablet, or PC. Now you're ready to start presenting. As you can see, as I talk, the translator add-in recognizes my voice and displays this transcription in real time on the screen. This is powered by the Microsoft Translator Live feature, which allows me to display subtitles in one of over 60 text languages. Now, let's look at how to join the conversation as someone in the audience. First, download the Microsoft Translator app for iOS, Android, or Windows. Launch the app, click on the multi-person button to the right, enter the conversation code in this text box, enter your name, and select a language. Click Enter. As you can see, the presenter is speaking in English, and the transcription is showing up in Spanish on this audience member's phone so they can follow along. Up to 500 users can join from the audience, each of them choosing any of the more than 60 text translation languages supported by Translator. While presenting, you also have access to additional settings, such as the window location, font size, and muting audience questions until the end of your presentation. If you can't or don't want to install the Translator app, you can also join this conversation straight from your browser by navigating to www.translate.it. Thanks for watching.
From mono audio to closed captioning, if you have difficulty hearing your computer, Windows 10 has a variety of settings and features that can help. If you have partial hearing loss or deafness in one ear, Windows 10 helps you to hear more from your computer. Just turn on mono audio and your left and right speakers will play the same sounds. Use closed captions to read the words that are spoken in movies and television shows. And with Windows 10, you can adjust the color, size, and background transparency to fit your specific needs. Adjust notifications to make them appear on your screen longer. If you have difficulty seeing or hearing or just prefer a longer alert, you can increase the alert display time up to 5 minutes. If you prefer visual notifications over sounds, the Ease of Access Center offers text and visual alternatives. Microsoft Mobility Assistive Technologies help people living with mobility issues navigate the digital world in non-traditional ways. Convert your speech-to-text with Dictate and Microsoft 365 applications such as Word, PowerPoint, and Outlook for PCs. Also available with the Dictate add-in for Word, Outlook, and PowerPoint for PCs, which supports dictation in 20+ languages and real-time translation in 60+ languages. Microsoft 365 is designed to work seamlessly with keyboards. Shortcuts are documented per application to help you get started. Additionally, Tell Me lets you quickly access commands in several Microsoft 365 applications by typing what you want to do using everyday language. Intelligence is infused in Microsoft 365 to help you do more in fewer steps. Get automated design recommendations in seconds after you add an image in PowerPoint with Designer. Get started quickly with access to reliable sources and citable content without leaving Word with Researcher. So I'm going to quickly play this video for you guys.
The Ease of Access Center is the hub for personalizing your device. Choose the Windows icon, then the Settings menu. The Ease of Access Center is located here. You can personalize your display with the ability to change the size of your apps and text. The brightness scale can be adjusted here. You can change the cursor and pointer size to best fit your individual needs. You can use the magnifier to zoom in on parts of your display. It can run in full screen, docked where only part of the screen is magnified, or as a lens that follows your mouse pointer. It is easy to change the magnification and settings when it is turned on. Color filters change the color palette on the screen, helping to distinguish between things that differ only by color. High contrast will make text and apps easier to see by using more distinct color. Narrator reads the text on the screen aloud, so the PC can be used with or without a display. Narrator has multiple options to customize the experience, so you can hear and interact with your device exactly how you would like. These are a few ways that the Ease of Access Center will help you create an experience that is tailored to your needs.
Windows 10 gives you a number of options for making your mouse and keyboard easier to use. Change the shape and color of the mouse pointer or use mouse keys to move the mouse pointer with the numeric keypad. If you have trouble pressing two keys at the same time, Sticky Keys lets you type commands one key at a time. If physical disabilities make it difficult to use a keyboard, Windows 10 offers built-in support for eye control, an effective way to use your PC with just your eyes. And one thing to note is eye tracking hardware is going to be sold separately. Accessibility settings such as sticky keys and filter keys are available on the sign-in screen to log on to your computer. And with Windows Hello, you can quickly and securely sign in with just a look or touch. Whether you're composing a document, an email, or surfing the web, dictation will convert your speech to text so you can produce words without a keyboard. And with Windows speech recognition, you can control your PC by voice alone. The on-screen keyboard allows you to type with a pointing device such as a mouse, trackball, or joystick. And for those with mobility limitations, learning disabilities, or cognitive impairment, the word completion and word prediction tools can be very helpful.
Taco Bell in Guatemala currently has 54 stores. We've been growing exponentially. We have millions of transactions in our servers in the cloud. Otto was the one that showed us this perfect tool for us to manage all this information.
Guatemala is very competitive in the hotel business, and Otto developed a dashboard in Power BI where we could see all the rates that we were publishing and compare them with our competition.
The telecommunications business is always changing, so you need to be able to analyze a lot of information in
a small amount of time. Working with Otto has been an amazing experience. He has no limitations and he has been helping us quite a lot.
Otto was very important in Guatemala because he managed all the implementation of the system of the ATMs, and he introduced business intelligence for the industry in the banking. 20 years ago, he was diagnosed with ALS, that was Lou Gehrig disease.
I could not imagine doing nothing, so I became a data analyst, helping local businesses put in place strategies around data. I had learned to use my feet to operate a foot mouse so I could type with the on-screen keyboard.
I'm a Windows insider, and Windows 10 came with an eye tracking feature, and I think it was amazing. This is a very good feature for people that have challenge with mouse or keyboard. After that, I made some posts in my blog and auto-read. This is the moment that starts all the history.
It would not be polite to tell you what I yelled when I read Juan Manuel's blog post. I immediately contacted him and said that I wanted to try it.
It's very easy to implement because it's immersed in Windows. You can work with all the applications that you run in Windows. Office, Notepad, Power BI, even WhatsApp web, only with eye tracking. The productivity of Otto rise with eye tracking, and the interaction was very fluid, easy.
I can type faster now, as if I had my own hands back, after many years of not having the mobility to type on a regular keyboard. I became independent and can interact directly with clients when I have questions or need to explain something. I can also communicate with my loved ones much better.
This feature of eye tracking is a very good example for the mission of Microsoft, that is build software for better life in the person.
I was given 2 to 5 years to live, and 20 years have gone by. If life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Even with a terminal disease, you can still do things with a positive attitude. My top goal is to become the oldest MVP for Microsoft.
I really liked that story, and I think, you know, that really shows the capability of, you know, eye tracking hardware that they sell out there, you know, and when you pair it with Windows 10, the possibilities are definitely endless. Innovative tools can make the digital world more accessible for those who live with cognitive differences, including learning disabilities such as dyslexia, mental health issues such as anxiety or ADHD, and neurological variations such as autism. Sustain attention and improve comprehension with learning tools settings such as Immersive Reader that let you have words read aloud with simultaneous highlighting. You can also reduce focus to a few lines, adjust page colors, and increase spacing between lines, letters, and words. To stay organized, easily store and access your files from all of your devices with OneDrive and Microsoft 365. You never need to worry about losing work. Edits to your Office files are automatically saved as you are working, and you can quickly find files, photos, and documents from personalized search results. OneNote and Outlook work together to help you stay organized. As you take notes and plan projects in OneNote, you can manage deadlines and remember the things on your to-do list by creating Outlook tasks. Then you can view and track those tasks in Outlook and even get reminders. There is also integration between Outlook tasks and the Microsoft To-Do app. So I'm going to play this video for you guys about learning tools.
The fact that over the summer, a child can go from basically nothing to having the world at their fingertips and being able to read and being willing to try, it's more than a miracle. I think it's more than anybody can expect. Even in kindergarten, Ajay was incredibly bright, but he couldn't read. The difficulty reading continued to second grade. Shortly after Anjou was diagnosed with dyslexia, a friend of mine said she saw something online about a tool from Microsoft for kids with dyslexia. I made an appointment at our local Microsoft store. We went in, they downloaded learning tools, asked Anjou to sit down, and my son read. It was amazing. Anjou, in that moment, conquered this fear and realized that he could access something that had been inaccessible to him. I saw my little boy read and knew that here was an answer, that here was something that could change his life. Microsoft Learning Tools has been a miracle in our lives. He could get everything in the same font. He was able to lengthen his spaces between words, and that was amazing and so simple. Anjou's been happier, more confident. He was living his life where the written word was an enemy, and now it's a thing to be conquered.
Windows 10 makes it easy to minimize distractions by reducing animations and turning off background images. You can also clean up taskbar clutter, simplify the start menu, and quiet notifications. Get help constructing sentences with text suggestions. Word suggestions appear and can be inserted as you type. This can be useful for helping new computer users find what they need faster. It makes researching for reports and other important information easier and reduces frustration. You can use Reading View to clear distracting content from web pages so you can stay focused on what you want to read. And with learning tools in Microsoft Edge, you can have documents read aloud to you. Focus Assist blocks alerts and notifications so you can get things done without distractions. Don't worry if there are some people you don't want to ignore, you can add them to a special list, and when you finish focusing, you'll get a summary of what you missed. Okay, so now it's your turn. Try out any of the features that we've covered that interest you. There are some suggestions on this slide and tips about where you can actually find them. So, you know, we'll have vision here and how you can find that. But you can also check your participant guide for more ideas. And if you guys need any help, you can let us know. We'll give you guys about like 5 minutes on this because time is almost up. But I encourage you guys to go and kind of explore what we've learned so far, and then we'll take some questions at the very end. Okay, so hopefully you guys had some time to explore these features. Before we wrap up, I'd like to introduce you to a relevant resource, the Disability Answer Desk. So we've talked about some useful features of Microsoft 365 and Windows 10, but what do you do if you have questions or encounter a problem? The Microsoft Disability Answer Desk offers free technical support for all accessibility-related tools and questions. We operate in multiple regions with support for English, Spanish, French, and American Sign Language. Our ASL team is staffed by technical experts who are fluent in ASL and use video phones to connect with customers when desired. All of our agents receive specialized training for how customers who use assistive technologies interact with Windows and Office. Our Disability Answer Desk experts are trained to help people both with built-in accessibility features and commonly used assistive technologies. I encourage you guys to keep us in mind if you're ever in need of assistance.